Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll be into... I forgot the words. That was my audition tape for Wonka. What do you mean the movie came out? Wonka was directed by Paul King and stars Timothy Chalamet, Hugh Grant, even Rowan Atkinson, which I did not know was in the movie at all, and is the story and origin of Willy Wonka. And I'm pretty sure that this is a prequel to the original Willy Wonka and not the Tim Burton Johnny Depp one. My thoughts on the movie are very simple. I thought it was fun. Like, yeah, this is not the best movie ever. This is not like anywhere near one of the best musicals. By the way, this is a full-on musical. And that is like one of the problems with this movie in a way. But I personally dug it. I didn't really have a big problem with it. I found myself enjoying it. I think it was paced moderately well. I think the cinematography had great color, it had great direction, and it was very clear that every single actor in this movie was trying. Like, Timothy Chalamet definitely would not have been my first choice for Willy Wonka. I kind of wish that they had gone like full Broadway musical theater and they got somebody who could really perform and really like go for it. But that's kind of a problem with most modern Hollywood musicals today, because they kind of don't do musicals anymore. They just kind of like, oh, we'll do some slight dance sequences here and there, and you'll mouth the words, but then we'll definitely pre-record you singing it, probably auto-tune it a little bit, and then put it over you, and you'll be great, you'll do fine. And I don't know, it just kind of takes away from the musical aspect of it. Like, I'm paying to watch a movie that is a musical. I want to see them sing. I want to see them actually perform. I want to see them go all out. This is why I liked West Side Story from Steven Spielberg, because I'm pretty sure they did pre-record some of it, but like, it's hidden very well. And also, most of the actors and actresses in that movie are definitely Broadway trained, like absolutely Broadway trained. But anyway, that aside, I had fun with this movie. Listen, I'm going to be straight to the point with this one, because there is another movie that I'm reviewing. If you like Paddington 1 and 2, you'll more than likely dig this movie. It's made by the same guy who made Paddington 1 and 2. And also, it has that same vibe. This is just a really feel-good film. It makes you feel happy and, lighthearted and everything. And even though I do have a problem with how they recorded the musical aspects of this movie, I don't know. There are like 2 songs that I actually like and I actually saved on my playlist because I like them. They're good. I'm okay with it. And even though, like I said, Timothy Chalamet would not have been my first choice, I think he does a great job as the character. He's definitely a performer because he does the dance sequences pretty well. You can tell that he's trying his best. You can tell that he's really trying to like give this performance what it needs. Definitely going a little bit of the Gene Wilder isms, a very restrictive, subtle, but also wild performance in a way. Keegan-Michael Key is also in the film. There were a few jokes with him that I thought were pretty funny. Also, the lore of this world is really insane because they're just treating chocolate like heroin. Like, people are like, give me chocolate, and they're like,
okay, we'll give you chocolate. That's how we'll bribe you.
Like, people are bribing other people in this world with chocolate instead of money, and it's just like, wow. I mean, I guess, yeah, chocolate does have addictive qualities, but
wow.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I had fun with it. I know that there's a lot of people out there who are like, oh, it's not good, it sucks, how dare they ruin this? And it's just like, I don't know. For me, I didn't find it too offensive. I thought it was pretty decent. I think it had a good message at the end of the day. I really liked it. I liked the colorful sections of the film where they're doing all the candy and all the chocolate creations that he makes. And, at the end of the day, they tried. And they did a good attempt. and that's all I really can ask for. So yeah, Wonka gets 1 thumbs up from me. Honestly, I don't think you have to go see this movie in theaters. I'm not gonna say like, yeah, go watch this movie in theaters, go now, like I did with Godzilla -1 and The Boy and the Heron. But I think you can give this movie a shot one day. I think you can definitely like wait for it to come on streaming. It's definitely gonna be a streaming movie, definitely, without even thinking about it. And also now, on to our next movie, which is Napoleon. Listen. This movie, it's in a weird in-between space for me. Napoleon was directed by Ridley Scott and stars Joaquin Phoenix, Vanessa Kirby, and a bunch of others, and is the story of the rise and fall of the real-life person known as Napoleon. It is widely known that this movie takes a lot of liberties with a lot of historical facts, but if you're a fan of like Gladiator, The Last Duel, Kingdom of Heaven, the director's cut, not the theatrical cut where they butchered it in the editing room. If you're going to watch Kingdom of Heaven, please watch the director's cut. Do not watch the theatrical cut, please. I'm begging you. I'm actually begging you. Anyway, back to what I was saying. But yeah, this movie is interesting. Very interesting. It was pretty good. I had fun with it. I had a lot of fun with this movie. I usually am not the biggest fan of big historical epic dramas and all that kind of stuff because I feel like sometimes they can get a little too slow, and if you're gonna go really slow on me, you have to really involve me into what's going on with the characters. I think The Last Duel was perfect because it is a very slow film, but I like the angle of you are watching this event take place through the perspectives of 3 different people. So even though we're replaying the same events over and over again, it's fun catching the slight differences in perspective because, you know, that's how it works. And it was just fun to see like how the movie was going to end and everything. And if there's anything that everybody can agree on, it's that Ridley Scott knows how to film old medieval action really well. He knows how to do big epic fight sequences between 2 people or between armies. He's very good at framing, showing you the vastness of the battle, showing you how different shots and stuff of like flanking positions and stuff like that. It's very interesting stuff for people who like watching war movies, like medieval war movies and stuff, and it's really fun. And this movie has a lot of that, even though I wish it had a little bit more, because it kind of felt in this one that he was just rushing through the battle sequences, and I'm sitting here like, man, I really wish we could have seen a little bit more of Borodino and Waterloo, because you know, you read about those battles in books, and it's like, yeah, it was bad. It's a huge battle. Lots of people died. Hell, at the end of this movie, they tell you how many people have died during basically all of his big campaigns, and they even give you like a total tally, and it's a lot of fucking people. It's a lot of people. Yeah, this movie is pretty good. My biggest complaints with this film are, like I said, the battles are a little too short for me. I wish they had just given us a little bit more of that. I also think it's extremely hilarious how this movie mostly takes place in France and mostly concerns French people. Yes, there are different nationalities at play as well, but you are mostly with the French in this one. I don't think there was a single person in this movie who spoke French or spoke with a French accent. Every single person in this movie had a very clear British accent. And okay, fine, you're not going for the full French thing. You're kind of just being like, yeah, they're Europeans. British talk, whatever. Okay, fine. I can get through that. I love Joaquin Phoenix, by the way. I want to say this before I say what I'm about to say. I think it's extremely hilarious that in a movie about French people, everybody's speaking in British accents, and then the main character has a full-on American accent. It's so funny to me. It's really funny. And the thing is Phoenix is giving a pretty good performance, even though he is this very short, misshapen man who doesn't have, like, Alexander the Great body or anything like that. It's very clear throughout the film that people are like sneering at him, like, oh, he's just a little turd of a man. It's very clear that Phoenix does have the acting chops and the presence to still make you believe that this little person can rule over all of this stuff. And that's great and all, but I think it's so funny that like people will be like, my lord, the army has passed our breaches. We need to do something. And then like he'll retort with, fire the cannons. It's just really funny to me that like that was the choice that they went with. I don't know. That was just really funny to me. At the end of the day, I like the movie. Again, Ridley Scott's cinematography is always super crystal clear and beautiful. I wish there was a little bit more color because this movie is just washed in blue. All kinds of blue. This movie is a very blue movie. You'll understand when you see it. Do I recommend this movie in theaters? You don't have to see it in theaters, if I'm being completely honest. This isn't a like Oppenheimer or anything like that. This is a great movie that I think is enhanced if you watch it in theaters. It definitely does help to have these big epic battles, being shown on a gigantic screen than on your TV. But at the end of the day, I don't think this is that like great of a movie that it's like, yes, you have to go rush to theaters right now and see it. I think the best part of this movie, other than Phoenix, is Vanessa Kirby as his one and only love, Josephine. I think she does a really good job at kind of towing the line between playing a woman who might or might not really love Napoleon. I think I really like how they played that. It's never really clear if she actually loves him or if she's using him, but honestly, I think the movie is just saying that it's using him and I'm being an idiot. But I don't know. It's kind of fun to believe that there's an if and maybe, because he's full on simping for her. She does things in this movie that are like, wow, you're not a great wife. And then he still forgives her for it and he still wants her. And then something else happens later in the movie. You probably know if you know Napoleon's story and everything, but something else happens in this movie and he still wants to talk to her and he still wants to see her and he still wants to do things with her. And it's like, dude, I don't think she likes you. Like, I'm being completely honest with you here, but man, he simped for her really hard. True love. True love, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna give Napoleon another like thumbs up. Watch it whenever you can. I think it's a fun movie. I think it's going to be streaming on Apple TV. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, it is going to stream on Apple TV because it literally had the Apple Original Films logo pop up in the beginning. So screw me, I guess. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. And yeah, I'm really excited because later today, as of recording, later today in a few hours, I'm actually going to go watch Monster. And I'm really excited. I will have a review up for that movie. I feel like I'm going to cry tonight. So it's always fun when you watch a movie that makes you just bawl. Anyway, guys, see you on the next one. Peace.